Maxine Atkinson.
And the soldier that we're talking about today, what was his name?
Earl Atkinson.
And what branch of the service was he in?
In the 100th Division in the infantry.
And I have a great photo of him, and I'm assuming this is his unit. Did you meet him during the war, before the war?
Oh, no. We were married and had a 4-year-old son when he was drafted.
Oh, my.
He did not enlist. He was drafted.
Yeah. Who did this big charcoal painting?
When he was in Camp Fannin in the real beginning, you know, when he had to go down there first, the guy came out and did that, and we've always had it.
It's beautiful.
In Camp Fannin, Texas.
Yeah. And you said you've got a great story about this Bible that's right in front of you.
Well, this was when he was overseas, and I don't know the conditions, but all I know is that if he hadn't had that in his pocket, he would have had a bullet hole in his body. Whether it would have been fatal, we don't know, but anyway, it stopped it. This did.
Yeah.
Of course, it was in his shirt. And
close to his heart, of course.
Probably. That's about where your pockets are, I guess.
Yeah.
So that, and then these are pictures that...
And you said this skinny guy, he was...
When during the war, he lost a lot of weight, and that's when he was real skinny. But before he came home, because he had to stay a while afterwards to get his 2 years in, even though he had a 4-year-old son at home, or 5 years old by that time.
Yeah.
And he needed to be on a diet then. Because he ate lots of German food then, and
high-calorie food.
Because he was there. He went he was drafted in '44, went in from a home base in Waterloo, and then he was overseas fighting in November of that same year in the infantry. And then he stayed over after it was over. Well, he had to stay till 46, and he came home in 46.
You said you had a story about a telegram that I wanted to ask you.
You know, when you have somebody in service, you never want to receive a telegram. And in those days, we didn't have cell phones to talk to each other. We had not talked. All we had was our letters. And one day, my mother and I was at my folks, because I moved in with them. That's the only way I could make it. You know, I couldn't support a 4-year-old son without my husband. And we got a knock on the door, and I went to the door, answered it, and I knew it was the man that delivered telegrams, and he just handed it to me and said, "Here's a telegram from Maxine Atkinson." He didn't say a word or anything, so I thought the worst. I thought probably maybe it was missing in action, because I thought if it had been more, they might have been somebody with him. And I took it back and opened it, and somebody had come around and offered to send these telegrams, and he took them up on it, and he was just wishing me, I think it was Easter, Happy Easter. But I opened the telegram. My mother wanted to open it for me, and I said no, I would open it. And when I opened it, I started crying, so they were all worried, but I said, he's all right, he's all right. That's why I'm crying. And so that's the way it was.
That's a really good story.
I know how people must feel when they get a telegram, when they have somebody in service, but thank goodness mine wasn't a bad one.
You never had to get the telegram.
No. And I do believe this. The man should have said to me, "This is a good telegram." Anything. He had to know. It was a little town. He had to know. And he could have said something, but he didn't. He just acted sad. I guess because he had to deliver on Sunday morning. Yeah. Because it was a Sunday morning.